God showed me that He had a husband for me in a dream.
Okay.
Hi guys, thank you so much for
Bruh.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cassandra. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you're not, then welcome back. So, as you guys can see, it's been such a long time. Ooh, I can't even speak right now. It has been such a long time that I even forgot my own intro. Like,
I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
oh yeah, that's how long it's been. It's one of those sit down videos. Let's talk, let's chat, girl talk. I'm gonna be talking and kikiing, and I'm gonna be talking to you guys about 2020, you know, what it's been like for me. And maybe you guys might be bored right now and doing your makeup in the bathroom. That's what I do, or doing your hair, you know, and or in the toilet, you feel me? And you just want something to entertain you, and you click on this video. So if you are up for it, then girl, let's do this. Okay, so pretty much like I said, I just want to talk about my experience of like 2020. How has it been for me, and where I'm at right now, and pretty much how I'm going into 2021. So first of all, we all know 2020 has been real 2020. A lot of people lost loved ones, which if you are watching this video and your family member, you know, your husband, fiance, family member passed during this time, I am really sorry, and I am praying for you that God actually can give you peace, you know what I mean, can help you to cope with, you know, the loss of a loved one. I can't even imagine, you know, what it's like, but I can extend, you know, my sincere, you know, condolences, and, you know, just pray for peace and joy, and the joy and the peace that the world did not give, and the world shall not be able to take it away from us. And if you did spend, you know, the whole 2020 and you did not catch COVID at all, either you or your family member or your loved ones, like, how amazing, you know, let's rejoice together. It's all favors, you know, and we just have to be grateful. Let's talk about, you know, the real tea, why you here. First of all, 2020 was a very rough year for me. Despite what was going on, God remained faithful, and God literally showed out, you guys. And God showed out in a lot of people's lives. God showed out pretty much in my life, in my world. I can only speak for me. I started 2020 in a breakup. I literally broke up with someone that, you know, of course, we thought we were gonna spend the rest of our lives together, because you guys know I have a son, so obviously his dad was the last person that I've been with. In October 2019, we broke up. Aww. And I was going into 2020 really lost and confused. A part of me knew that was the right thing to do, which was ending the relationship, but another part of me was like, did you do the right thing? Like, you know, what is you doing, girl? You a single mom out here, you have a whole child, what are you gonna do? And of course, you know, when you break up with someone, there are words that are being said, you know, vice versa. I'm not here to throw anyone under the bus, so there are things that person was saying too that was like kind of like making me question myself, like, damn, like, is there anything better out there? Like, you know, did I, you know, am I just going crazy and thinking that, you know, I'm gonna find something that doesn't even exist, or, you know, should I just settle and just be with this person? And every time I would go on YouTube, you guys, I would listen to a sermon, and it was God literally telling me, this is not for you. You know what I mean? And another reason why I knew the relationship was not for me was because the relationship wasn't pushing me closer to God. As a matter of fact, it was pulling me away from God. And anything that is pulling you away from God, it is not from God.
Period.
And anything that you've lost, best is yet to come. God will never let what you've lost be the best that you ever had. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And that's on.
Period.
Everything was everything. Honestly, that's the only way I can explain it. Like financially speaking, spiritually speaking, mentally speaking, I had things that was going on in my life, and I really felt like I really fell into a depression at some point. And when I tell you guys, with the help of YouTube, literally YouTube has played a big part of my life. And it's so funny how I've been watching YouTube videos. This is the most I've been watching YouTube videos in my entire life, I feel. Transformation Church, and there's Pastor Darius Daniels, Pastor Jerry Flowers, all of these pastors. Like literally, I thank God for them every single day for allowing God to use them. You guys, God will literally meet you where you are, and this is exactly what God has done for me 2020. He literally met me where I was. Like my life has changed. And let me tell you something. I started gaining a bunch of weight, you guys. If you see me, you already know. Like, you see I'm wearing this big ass shirt. My self-esteem is literally down the drain. My self-confidence is down the drain. But I was going to school. I was busy. I was eating out a lot. I was not working out. It's quarantine. You can't go nowhere. I'm not walking. I'm not exercising. So, of course, I gained a bunch of weight. And so, you guys, when I started getting so close to God, everything that I thought would crush me, because normally when I gain a lot of weight at the same time, I usually just fell into a depression. I did not get depressed. All I did was I said, this is the only thing that I'm gonna do differently before I start on my weight loss journey. I'm gonna invite God, because the Bible says it. Acknowledge God in all you do, and he shall be with you. I'm not sure about the last part. I'm not sure. But I do know that there's a verse in the Bible, and I'll probably put it when I'm editing this video. It says to acknowledge God in all you do and to invite God in everything that you're doing. Jerry Flowers, he preached a message that really spoke to me. And I felt like this was the word that God wanted me to take into 2021 with me, which was consistency. And he was saying how God is so consistent. Really what made God God, you know, after loving us, of course, it's consistency. Because when you think about it, if someone is not consistent, then that person can say they love you. But if they start loving you in the beginning and then start slacking in the middle, and then after that, they just like give up on you, is that really love? So God is consistent and God is faithful. This is what makes God faithful. And this is what makes God God. And I thought to myself, I do not have consistency, because let's be honest, we all know what we need to do. Like at our big age, we know what to do. We're not kids anymore. Like I know what to do to lose weight. I know I need to eat healthy. I need to drink more water. I need to exercise. We know that. But are we consistent though? Because you can wake up today and eat clean as a whistle, and don't eat carbs and just eat your little veggies, eat your protein. But if you wake up tomorrow and you just go to McDonald's or you go to Wendy's, whatever you did yesterday, it doesn't matter, because you're not consistent. I can wake up today and go spend 5 hours at the gym, but if I don't go for the rest of the week, does it really matter? We pick and choose what we want to pray to God about, but literally, we should really invite God in everything that we're doing, because he's God and he is literally involved in all of the details of our lives. And so any little thing that matters to us, it matters to him. If you're stressed about something that's keeping you up at night, don't you think it matters to God? It matters to God. It matters to your maker, to your creator. And this is what the enemy doesn't want us to know. And it makes you to think that there are some certain areas of your life that you can struggle with to figure it out. But no, you can talk to God and pray to God about everything that's going on in your life, and he can be there with you. Don't get me wrong, you got to do the work though, but he can guide you and see you through. And so I was fasting and I was praying. I was telling God, like, I'm losing my self-esteem. At this point, it's more about weight, you know. I'm losing my self-esteem, and I feel like every time I start something, I give up and I gain more weight. And I was praying to God, and God literally spoke to me and told me, you're not consistent. This is why you're not losing weight. And literally, I thought to myself, wow, consistency. Because even when I say I want to get closer to God, I want to get closer to God, I would start reading my Bible and praying. Guess what? Boom. A week later, I stopped. I stopped being consistent. And so until we are consistent with everything that we're doing, we will not be able to achieve our goals. And so I said, okay, God, I need to be more consistent. Got it. Another thing that changed my life is fasting, which is another thing I want to talk to you guys about. When I started school, I actually was on YouTube and I saw this girl and she was talking about fasting, because I've always seen people talk about the Daniel fast, you know, what God has done for them, the miracles, everything. And I always be like, I don't know, man. I don't know, God. I don't think this is for me. Like, you know how we are. We pick and choose and we're like, okay, God is still working on me. We can go on YouTube and watch like a sermon for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, you know, but I'm not fasting. I'm not going 7 days without eating. Like, what? This is hard. Like, I can't do it. And you guys, God was literally speaking to me about fasting. God was calling me into fasting, because little did I know there was something in my life. There was literally a chain that God needed to break for me, that I was not gonna get that deliverance by no other way but into fasting. Because even God says it in his word, like, ask God for anything that you want throughout prayers and supplication, he shall give it to you. And so when I saw this girl was talking, and she's very young, and this is why when God talks to you, if it's like, whether it's like a video you need to put out, if you a YouTuber, rather like you have a friend and God put something on your heart, like to talk to this person about it, you know, you need to do it. Because literally, I don't even remember that girl's name. It's her that made me go into fasting. Of course, it's God, but it's her. And she had to give up certain things. And sometimes it's not just food you have to give up. Sometimes it's something that you love. And me, I knew immediately what I had to give up was social media, because literally I was worshiping social media, you guys. I would be on IG, on Instagram like 24/7, which, by the way, if you're not following me, honey, what are you doing with your life? It's really, if you never fast, really what fasting is, it's basically a period where you go without eating, or you eat at a certain time. And when you're not eating, you literally talking to God, you praying. And it's not all about praying. You could be watching a sermon. You could be worshiping, listening to, you know, worshiping Psalms, you know, reading your Bible, reading the word, whatever it is that you're doing, but you are spending time with God. So this is what I did, you guys. When I went into my fasting, I said literally initially I wanted to do it for 3 days, because I did not think that was for me. I didn't think I was about that life, you guys. But little did I know, I literally ended up fasting for 2 whole weeks, you guys. This is what God could do. I deleted all of my social medias and I went into prayer. I gave up social media. Maybe for you might be something else. And you guys, literally, God did some amazing work for me. At this point, I was like, God, I was praying about several things, you guys. And I told God, before the end of this fasting season, I want you to do this. And I want you to do that. You guys, literally, God did so many things on that list. He did above and beyond for me. Let's talk about monetization, you guys. My channel has been monetized for maybe 5-6 months now. And you guys, I don't know how I did it. I literally don't. And it's something that I've started 2020 with on my list. I wanted to get to 1,000 subscribers and I wanted to be monetized. I think I was like at a week in my fasting. Don't get me wrong. I was working on it. It's not like I just did not do anything. Like I told you, I was posting videos. I was, you know, posting lives and stuff like that, going lives, trying to get to my watch hours. You guys, what a coincidence. As I was fasting, I woke up to an email the next morning saying that you have been, what is the email said again? You have been accepted into the, you know, YouTube partner monetization, whatever. You've hit the 4,000 watch hours. I mean, it was just incredible, you guys. And that was literally one of the things on my list that I was praying for. I was praying for monetization because I knew I was close, but I reached 4,000 watch hours while I was fasting. And that's not something I really share with people. And I knew that was God because that was the only person I told about this. And I was praying about my husband. And literally, you guys, God showed me that he had a husband for me in a dream. So I'm not gonna really go into too much detail about that, but it was really me, you know. Obviously, like I said, I started the year with a breakup, don't know what I was gonna do, and I was doubting myself because I knew that this person was obviously not a Christian, and I wanted to get closer to God, but the relationship was stringing me along, you know, kind of like further away from God. But despite it all, I decided to walk away from the relationship, and I was really praying and asking God, like, do you have someone for me? Because I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I was doubting God, you know. At some point I was like doubting, like, did I just let go of the only thing I had, you know, just to trust God, like blindly. And I did, you guys. Like, God know that, like, if I wanted to be with that person until this day, we would have been together. But I said no. I had to trust God that whether he had something better for me or not, but you know, that relationship was not for me. I had to leave. And so I was doubting because it's hard to just trust when you have nothing. It's easy maybe if you have other people talking to you, you dating and, you know, doing all of that. But I even went to a season where I went on a couple of dates, you know. In a couple of dates, I was just going on Tinder, dating, going on dates, and they did not go well. And I got to a point where I'm like, you know what, if I'm gonna be praying God for a husband, I need to stop looking for a husband, because God said he who finds a wife finds a good thing, not she who go out and look for a husband. You feel me? God actually sent me a word one day and he said, are you a wife? You're praying for a husband, but are you a wife? And I started to look at my life and a lot of things that I need to work with, and I'm like, oh my God, like, you are absolutely right, God. I need a husband, but am I a wife? Because before that you become somebody else's wife, you have to be a wife within yourself. And I started talking to God and be like, you know, what do you want? What do you need me to work on? And God started, you know, pointing stuff out in me. Like, not too long ago, I was speaking to my mother, and she told me that, Cassandra, you have someone that's gonna come your way. And I said, really? I said, okay. And she said, because I had a dream. And she didn't proceed to explain her dream to me. And her dream was somehow similar to mine. And she said that, I know that God has somebody for you. And I said, okay. But listen, my mom didn't know I was praying. My mom didn't know I was fasting. And I was literally fasting. And one of the things that I was fasting about was asking God for my husband. Like, do you have a husband for me? Because I had this desire in me, that desire a husband. And you said in your word, delight yourself in the Lord, pretty much, and he will fulfill your desires and stuff. So God literally showed himself to me throughout fasting. And if you haven't tried that in 2021, start with fasting. And don't just fast about things. And this is an advice I have to take for myself. Fast about maybe getting closer to God, intimacy with God, you know, your relationship with God, your spirituality. Fast about prayers, just so you can have a more of a prayer life. You know, don't just fast when you need something, but fasting is very important, you know, in a Christian's life. And you guys, fasting changed my life. I gotta tell you that. And these are just a few of the things that, you know, God revealed to me while I was fasting. There are way more that God has done for me that I'm probably choosing not to share because, you know, God doesn't put it on my heart to share, or because I'm a person that's very private as well. But I'm so excited for my future, you guys, and I know that the promises God made to me, God is not a liar. Whatever he says, he will fulfill it with his hands. And I'm just so excited for the journey that is ahead of me. You know, I'm excited to become closer and closer to God, and I just cannot wait to share that journey with you guys. I'm not telling you guys I'm gonna be turning my channel into a Christian channel. That's not what it's about. Since God really is taking me to a whole other place, like spiritually, I'm planning on sharing a lot more of my faith, my journey with Christ, you know, on this channel. And whenever God do put a message on my heart to share with you guys, and if that's something that you're interested in, we can go on this journey together. But school wise, I'm doing great, you guys. I'm going on, you know, on my first stage in January, and I'm planning on, you know, vlogging more, because I do realize that I don't have much time to post videos anymore. But I feel like vlogging is much easier for me. It's easy to pick up my camera and go and show you guys what I'm doing and talk to you guys as I'm doing it, because I have a very busy life. And so expect more vlogs 2021. When I'm going on clinical, I'm just gonna take you guys along with me. When I'm going to school, I'm gonna take you guys along with me. I really hope that you guys learn something from this video. I hope you guys stay consistent in 2021, so that everything that you did not accomplish or achieve in 2020, you can achieve it in 2021. Wish you guys a happy new year already, and stay faithful, stay blessed, stay safe. If you did like this video, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and do it right now. If you make it until the end of this video, chances are you're gonna like my next video that I'm gonna upload, or you're gonna find something else on my channel that you like to watch. I will see you guys in my next one.